Hi Libra! Welcome to your weekly forecast for February 3rd through the 9th. We're going to connect and see what's happening with our lovely Libras with this deck here for the week. And then we're going to pull a love message for you guys from this deck here. I don't normally do love-based messages at the end, but hey, we're in February. It's in the air. So why not pull a love message? Libra, as I sat down to do your reading, you guys are the first one so far that brought a song to my mind. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got this oldie in my head when I sat down. I Think We're Alone Now by Tommy Wood. I had to look it up because I didn't know who sang it. Tommy James and the Shondells. So I'm not going to sing because I'll get copyright sticker in it and I'm not a good singer. But I don't know, Libra. Somebody might be wanting to get you alone. You may be planning to get somebody alone. And here's confirmation. Somebody's getting somebody alone. Woo! Okay, so you guys have the High Priestess showing up for Monday, Tuesday. Now, I want to clarify something. I always say this with the Major Arcana because it needs to be said. It needs to be known, my dears. Major Arcanas are pretty significant events and they're pretty significant people. When they show up as people, it's going to be somebody significant in your life. If it's a situation, it's going to be a significant situation. So it may not happen Monday, Tuesday precisely, but something is shifted and you're being placed on that path. You're being placed on that path of this energy coming in, this situation or this person, or you are beginning to like activate in that energy if it's showing up as you. Okay? So we have the High Priestess, which in this deck is called the Venerable Woman. Okay, so different title, but it's the High Priestess. High Priestess energy is going to be very, very magnetic. It is going to be very intense. It is going to be sometimes very, very lusty energy. But that's not what the High Priestess is about. The High Priestess is very in tune spiritually, very confident, very much in tune with her healing abilities. And so as such, attracts a lot of attention and a lot of energy. So Libra, it could be you. You may be stepping into High Priestess energy. Or you may be encountering a High Priestess kind of person. But when High Priestess shows up in my readings, it's telling me there's this really massive magnetism. And I've explained this in other readings before. When you have this card come up for you, you are like your chakras are opening up and aligning, and you are really having the spiritual awakening, and you have all of this powerful spiritual energy running through you. So people want to be near you in every aspect. Like you'll be attracting opportunities, you'll be attracting people that want to spend time with you, you'll be attracting people that want to get into your pants. It's gonna be intense, and it will be for a while. Like it will happen for a while, and some of you have already maybe been in that energy, so or you're not in that energy. You may be aligning to meet a High Priestess energy type person. Okay, so my advice is always you need to be cautious who you let in, because just because they're coming at you persistently, it doesn't mean that they're ready to handle you. All right. If you are a cross watcher watching for a Libra, or some of you Libras, if you don't feel like you're the High Priestess, if you feel more so you're going to be coming across the High Priestess, I have to tell you this. You may be rushing at someone that you're not ready for, that you're not prepared for, because a High Priestess is going to be someone who you may have feelings that begin to develop that you don't know what to do with those feelings, or you weren't looking for those feelings. So you're going to have to be cautious if that's not what you want right now, if that's not your jam. Okay, you're going to have to be careful. I believe Aries also had a High Priestess come up for them. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, or some of you could have Aries in your chart, in your moon, or in your rising, or your Venus could be Aries. So that could be why you guys both got it, or it could just be a coincidence. But there's definitely this energy of attraction, of pull, of desire. And don't just go willy-nilly letting everybody in, because when you're in high priestess mode, or if you're dealing with a high priestess, you're going to give so much of your energy in that physical connection to where you can feel very drained. If you've ever been in a situation where you've had a partner or you've had a relationship where you feel, oh my God, like, why am I like this? Like, when they're not around, I just feel like there's a part of me missing. Well, there kind of is a part of you missing, because when you're in high priestess mode, you give so much of yourself. That person walks away feeling like on top of the world, really energized, because they took so much from you energetically. And you know, they're feeling very full, they're feeling very healed, they're feeling very great, and you're feeling like something's missing. You're feeling just like sad or like alone without them, because they're walking off with a piece of you. So if you decide that you're going to give in to the temptation, or if you decide you're going to play around, you need to know that you have to keep up with all of that spiritual maintenance. Sea salt baths are a good idea. Sage yourself, smudge yourself, call back your energy, do cord cutting, all that good stuff. If you're not looking for that kind of thing, then High Priestess is just going to say that you are really connecting with your intuition, or you may be coming across a very intuitive person who's kind of helping you make your spiritual connection. These are general readings, so you guys are going to be experiencing the energies in different ways, okay? Let's try your Wednesday, Thursday. So for Wednesday, Thursday, you have the Venerable Man. This is crazy. This is insane. I shuffled. You guys saw me shuffle. And I have done, I did Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, Leo. I did 4 readings in between. And you guys so far have the same exact cards as Aries. Their Monday, Tuesday was the Venerable Woman. Your Thursday, Friday, their Monday, Tuesday was the Venerable Woman. And their Wednesday, Thursday was the Venerable Man. Okay? So there's a potentially a power struggle happening between you and an Aries, or somebody who's Aries Moon, Aries Rising, or Aries Venus. Or, my darling, if you are watching because you're Aries Sun and you've got Libra in your chart somewhere, then this is telling us that this is a double confirmation or a whammy for you. So if this is a romantic situation, then this is a situation where somebody thinks they're going to mess around and they're going to have their way, because they might think that, oh, well, we're very different, right? We're very different. We're going to do our own thing. But, you know, the passion is here. The connection is here. I just want to explore that. I want to satisfy that and then move on. You might find that it's not going to be so easy to do that. We have 2 major arcanas here. They're powerful energies. It could indicate a very strong past life connection, a very strong soul contract. And this could be somebody who's very traditional with somebody who's very unconventional, because the Venerable Man, or in traditional tarot, Arcana 5, is going to be the priest or the Hierophant, the Pope, right? That's tradition, right? So it could be a very, very powerful masculine traditional energy meeting a very spiritual, very fluid, very confident, very ambitious, very, not conservative, feminine energy. Okay, that could be happening. Or it could be that you're having some kind of a power struggle with an Aries. And it might be that you feel like you're trying to bring them back into their order. Libra, you are a sign of logic, and you are very intellectual. You are very intelligent. You're so good at, seeing all sides of a situation before making a decision. This is why you take time when it comes to making decisions. You really want to make sure that you've thought of every little possible scenario and every little possible bit, and look at the thing from a whole. So you may be feeling like there's an Aries that's jumping in or rushing, or a person. Maybe it's not an Aries. Let's put the zodiac aside. But I just think it's so intense that you guys have the same exact cards. And I've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. And I've had several readings in between, but yet you guys have the same cards the same day. If the next card is Queen of Wands, I'm gonna flip out. Like I'm so freaked out if it's gonna be Queen of Wands, because I remember their last card was Queen of Wands. It's Three of Chalices. Okay. All right. So this is kind of interesting because theirs was Queen of Wands, and for their Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Queen of Wands sometimes for me is like, the Sancha, or like the mistress on the side. And Three of Chalices can sometimes indicate someone who's got a few relationships going on. I mean, look at this dude right here. Look at him. He's living it up, and they're all there. They're all there. They're all about it. So I don't know, Libra, you might be up to something. You might be up to something. I'm just going to tell you this, Libra. If you think you're going to play this person, charm this person, see how these two are like right up here close to him, then High Priestess is going to be right here. And High Priestess is like, I see through you. I see through you. I got your number, pal. See, like, his eyes are on her, and she's just like, okay, like, what am I gonna do next? Or, man, how am I gonna improve my life? Like, she's off somewhere else in some deep thought, thinking about what she needs to do. She's not touching her drink. She's not touching her food. She's mentally somewhere else. She's thinking about deeper things. And he's telling his story, and they're just like, oh, tell us more. And she's not as impressed. She's there, but she's not as into it. And his eyes seem to be looking in her direction. So I do think that you may have something happening with an Aries. There could be somebody who may be causing conflict between you and an Aries. Maybe the Aries is a family member and they don't like this High Priestess, or they don't like this Hierophant person coming in. I think that if you think that this is just something that you're going to be able to play around with and do for a little bit and then go back to life as usual, you're going to be sadly mistaken. If it's not a relationship, then it's a change in your way of life. It's, doing something unconventional. And maybe you think you're just going to do it for a little while and then, like, go back. I mean, I know that happened to me. I thought I was going to take a little bit of a break from the corporate world, and I was just going to, do like the gig economy stuff for a while and just make money in other ways, and then I would go back to having a quote unquote like real job. And I just like, once I got a taste of being out of the corporate world, I couldn't go back in. I couldn't. I can't. I still can't. So it could be something like that, where like you're getting this taste of freedom, you're getting this taste of a new way of living life, and you're just like, I can't do it. So like, if you're leaving a job, you might be like, I have to be self-employed. I can't go back to being on somebody else's clock. Or if it's a relationship, you get to be with somebody who's a little bit more free-spirited, and you're like, wow, like I can't go back to the same old boring, stuffy relationship. So whatever this is, if you think you're just gonna do this for a little bit, you're gonna have some big decisions to make down the line, is all I can tell you. And I do feel, because the cards are so very similar, there is something happening here where there's an Aries involved. The Aries may be an imposing force, because I did say how there may have been a power struggle. So it could be, Libra, you're the one having a power struggle. There could be an Aries somewhere in this. And then Three of Cups for me is like, it can also be things like engagements, celebrations. So maybe you're seeing someone at a celebration and you're wanting to get them alone, and then it's like, bam, things are happening. it could be something that ends up leading into an engagement, because Three of Cups can be engagement. So although it's not like screaming, wedding bells, it could definitely be something that goes in that direction. And if you don't get it figured out, you're going to have this on again, off again thing with someone that might be coming in the near future. I'm curious to see what the February love readings will be like. I'm going to be doing those in a couple of days. And I wasn't doing this to focus on love, but I am feeling like a relationship vibe situation here. So let's see what your love message is. And I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate more than others. You may need a private reading, which I have an announcement about a sale I will tell you at the end. So let's see here, Libra. Your card is, I love this deck. So you have here this card. I encourage you to look at the images and the pictures and see what's jumping out at you, and see how it's speaking to you. So what's jumping out at me is there's this whole kind of storm and rain and lightning and thunder and things in the background, and he's disconnected from it. He's overcoming it. So there may be drama, there may be power struggle, there may be somebody who doesn't like what you're doing, but you're going and you're doing it anyway. And for you, it's just kind of like you might be going on this adventure and on this quest to find yourself. You might not be trying to get too serious about anything, but yet you're stumbling upon love on the way. And you're grasping it, you're taking it, it's yours, right? And so it's something about this relationship that's also allowing you to continue moving forward on this path of, self-discovery. Libra, you guys can be incredibly philosophical. So it could be that you're just in this whole, what is love and what is life and who I am and who am I and who are any of us, So it could be a relationship that's kind of giving you the courage or the stamina to explore this aspect of yourself. So the message on the back, it says the warrior. You will have to deal quickly and decisively with challenging people and situations. Force yourself to. True love requires bravery. Without it, love is slavery. Fulfill your needs. Speak honestly. Direct and forceful you must be. Challenge life with open arms. Fear not losing love's sweet charms. So I feel that what this is saying for those of you where you are working to manifest love or a love relationship, you may have been in situations in the past where it has felt like slavery for you, where you were very giving, and Libras, you guys are all about fairness, and you guys care about the underdog. So, you may have kind of felt like, you tried to help, or you tried to do good, or you tried to, build others up or build your partner up. And you may feel like it was slavery to a certain extent. Like you fought all these battles, you did all these things. You may be feeling unappreciated. But, this is a situation where you're going to have to be brave and trust for that not to happen again. Now, if you don't want to be in this situation where you're like, excuse me, like I threw this banquet and I did all this stuff for you, and here you are, and you're like, you're not even looking at me, and I'm trying to get your attention and you're somewhere else. You're going to have to speak up and let this person know what your intentions are or what your hope is, right? It says speak honestly, direct and forceful you must be. So you need to be clear, because especially if you are the venerable man, if you're in the Hierophant energy and you're dealing with someone who's in the High Priestess energy, this is someone who has, this is someone who's going to, yes, trust their intuition. They may kind of feel that, you all have a connection. They may be aware of the connection, but they also may see the situation for what it is, and they may kind of feel that maybe perhaps, you're very drawn to them, and you might not be ready for it. So they may not take you seriously, Libra, or you may not be taking someone seriously, but, somebody needs to speak up here. I know for me, if I pull High Priestess, like if I'm looking at a relationship or I'm curious about somebody, who's come in, who like is like acting like they want to like get together or whatever, I will pull cards. And if I get the High Priestess, I'm like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I just, you know, because they may want you, but they may not be ready for you. And I think for some of you, the High Priestess is knowing that right out the gate. Like, this person is just, they think they're going to play around, and it's going to be this crazy on again, off again thing. And so they may be pulling away. So if you do get to that point where you're like, no, I want to be with this person, you need to make that clear to them. Because otherwise, you know, they're just going to be in that energy where you're feeling like, why are you so near but so far away? If you want a private reading, my darlings, I'm very excited to announce I'm finally having a sale on the 60-minute videos. A lot of people have been asking me to do that. I did it once a long time ago, and I haven't done it since, because when I did it, I was booked like 3 months out, 3 or 4 months out, and because of so much recording and uploading, I burned through 2 phones. I broke 2 phones. My equipment's a little bit better now. I have a better setup. I have faster internet. It won't take as long to upload. So I think I can handle it. And so I want to say thank you so much for 88,000 subscribers. Typically, the 60-minute videos are $150, but they're going to be pretty much almost practically half off. I'm offering them for $88. I don't know how long I'm going to have the sale going. It kind of depends on how far out it gets booked. But I am offering $88 for the time being on the 60-minute video readings. I know 88 may still be too steep for some of you. I understand that. I respect that. I have other more affordable readings, video readings as well. So if you click on the Calendly link, you can see all the other options. You know, I have like readings at $20, $30. So there's something hopefully in everyone's budget. And I know for some people even $20 is too much right now, and that's why I'm going to keep the free videos coming. I'm going to keep posting free stuff. And for every single person where you want daily stuff, please join me on Instagram and Facebook, amethystangellight. I post a daily message, a card of the day, and then we do a fun little pick a card game a little bit later in the day, where I'll post 3 cards. You choose the card that's calling to you, you swipe over and you see what card you picked, and you see what message your energy drew you through. And that's been fun. A lot of people have been saying it's been like, you know, dead on for them. So thank you, Libra, for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Watch your channeled angel messages. You can click on the link in the description, and love videos for February will be up soon. Take care, my dears.